They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome, everyone, to Louisville, Kentucky, L&N Stadium, home of the Cardinals. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. And the Cardinals ready to get this thing started and open the season. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. So Western Kentucky's offense makes its way onto the field to open this game. A lot of times you run into these types of matchups. High-powered offense, big-time team against an opponent that's likely overmatched. So how do they keep this thing from getting ugly?
Well, everyone's going to have to elevate their level of play here defensively to have any chance in this one. And I'll tell you the hard part about stopping this offense, David, it's what Chip Kelly used to always say. It's a nameless, faceless opponent. They don't care who you are. They don't care what your record is. This offense comes out, and they are trying to embarrass you.
Well, the good thing is for this defense, it's been talked about all week, right? Like, you're not good enough. This is a high-powered offense. Like, the players' attention are fully caught, right? They know exactly what they're going against. Let's see if some emotion and adrenaline can really play a factor, and they play better than they have all year.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17.
You love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Hilltoppers line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this. Still go to work on 1st down.
I love the job the quarterback does. The defense there. Great job pre-snap recognition, understanding the coverage. He goes to his curl route, gets the completion, and picks up the 1st.
And the Hilltoppers have it with a 1st and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Hutchinson. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that 1st down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Rushes on him. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Makes the grab, and they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. The Hilltoppers will try to pin them back with the punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Touchdown, Louisville! Special teams proving to be special. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
And your defense made a big stop. You think you're getting the offense, the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. That opening script from the offensive coordinator didn't lead to a score as they punted on their first possession. Now they have it back. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Got a man, it's Price.
I'll tell you, I love the play call. Down here, you're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Hilltoppers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Hand off from the shotgun. And he was fortunate not to... Yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hilltoppers will punt this one away. He might just try to kick it away from the return man because he housed the first one. Now on the return. He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. The Cardinals offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And Jesse, if there's an old war horse, a real war daddy in the training facility, here he is, back to run the show again.
That's a great point, and there is no substitute for experience. There is a lot of expectation for this football team and for this offense because of that guy and because of all the big stages and all the big moments he's already played through in his career. A lot of people really excited, David, because he has seen a lot of ball.
All the ball, all the defenses, has rid the emotion of being really high and really low, and so those experience, those scars, they matter. They trust in him, and everybody on this offense is looking to him.
All right, guys, let's talk for a minute about Louisville. They finally get the glory. Everything changes as far as program expectations when you win that first national championship. Fans, boosters, alumni, media, now all expecting much, much more, aren't they, David?
Yeah, but you still get to celebrate because you were the king. You were the king of college football. You won it all. A lot to be excited about. Palmer, now you work on the next season and repeating and all that goes with it.
And it should still be good, too.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Cardinals! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The handoff as they run the counter play here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Need 10 yards on this third down, and they're backed up inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. And the Hilltoppers will send out the punt unit. Takes it on the return. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Give to Brown. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. He's up to 51 yards on the ground, and they wanted to have an identity as a running team, and he's giving them that in the season opener. Off play action on first down. Looking down the middle. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Let's take a look at the big picture for Louisville. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about making moves like this?
I think excitement more than concerns, honestly. They got some key guys that had success in other programs, and I think the fans today, David, are interested to see how these guys play today.
Well, and how they come together, because you've seen these players in other spots, but now a new system, new coaches. How do you gel? How do you start your career off?
It's complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Excellent throw by the quarterback. Found the window between the zones and then delivered the ball on time.
The Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it and still on his feet. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to throw again. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown Cardinals.
They are absolutely boat racing this team right now. We're not even at the second quarter yet, and this offense has been up and down the field. They've taken a huge lead early. Everything they're dialing up, David, is working.
Yeah, so I'm going to flip this to the other side. I'm going to need my offense to score some points, and in a hurry. They got to figure it out, but they got to put a drive together, keep us off the field, score some points, and let us find some answers, because right now, defensively, we have none.
The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Hutchison. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they can't hook up on the... And that brings up a 4th down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the tailback. Got the first down and still on his feet. And he'll race it to the house.
Taken very long this season to just see how scary this offense is. They wanted to be aggressive coming out to start this season, and you've seen that with the play calling on this drive. It does not take these guys with their speed very long to score. Watch out. This unit has a chance to be special.
He'll return it. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. Quarterback keeps it. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Epps. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
It's amazing to think just how confident this offense was coming into this game. They thought they were going to go up and down the field throwing the football in this one. That has not been the case. They have not yet scored a touchdown in this one. They just threw an incompletion on 3rd down now, looking like they may have to punt. This offense has got to find their rhythm. But you've got to wonder about their confidence at this point of the game.
The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do, build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody.
Trying to burn this defensive back. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right. Money, you just have to make that catch.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able. Play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
So now it's 2nd and long. Trying to get the corner on the jet sweep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
So many offenses do this, right? They run the jet sweep. This defense was more than ready. They see it all the time. They got the penetration. That play had no chance to be successful.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Cardinals line up to punt it away. He makes a fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He'll start this drive firing. Unloads to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires to the middle. He's got him wide open. He found plenty of room, and he... to the 39-yard line.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but some... just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able... points on this drive.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
A 6-yard pickup that leaves them with 3rd and 4.
And And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Grab near the sticks. It's Hutchinson. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Obviously, great job picking up the first down there through the air, but you're trailing by a lot of points now, and you're in that area of the field where you should take a shot. If I was the offensive coordinator, I'd be thinking about throwing this next one into the end zone and trying to cut into the lead.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Going to sling it on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. So now on comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock it through from the right hash and 35 yards out. Smashes it between the uprights.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Louisville.
Wide receiver going in motion. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Release to the back. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Mitchell. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Fires to the big fella. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
The Cardinals can really attack on this second and short. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to keep it in the air. And he was hit just as he was. The pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
And the Cardinals come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll try to bully their way for the first. This might depend on the spot, but I think he's going to come up just inches short of converting that 3rd down. Trying to keep the drive alive. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
4th and short, a lot of times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on 4th and short.
The Cardinals are rolling down the field. Wants to throw on 1st down. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
29 Philly. 9 Philly.
Motion from the wideout. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This defense needed something to happen to create some momentum back to their side. They've built a deficit. QB's been very comfortable making plays. Exactly what you needed. Put some doubt in his head. Get to him. Hit him. Get physical. They get the sack on this play, and that's just what they needed.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he feels the heat coming in. Him up, another sack, and the Cardinals decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They kick it away on 4th down. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. They try to pop a run on the draw. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down. The Hilltoppers will bring the punt team onto the field. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. In modern college football, Jesse, if there's time, there's an opportunity to attack.
And I like them being aggressive here too, guys. Look, they practice this all week long. Now you're in that situation to go out there, have some fun, and let it fly.
And defenses are taught to stay deep, play prevent in these situations. So I think you could get a good chunk play and then possibly get a field goal to tack on before the half.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Pulls it in. It's sticky. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Cardinals racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on 1st down. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And we are officially in blowout mode. Offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the 2nd half.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. We are just about ready to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it back looking for help. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Louisville has it back, and the offense coming out ready to attack. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Going right to work up top. Finds his man. It's Messer. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. Power football with the run. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The toss to the right. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed behind the line, it's Taylor. He gets it up to the 30. Yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on 4th down. And the Cardinals will line up to punt it away.
Number 39 on to punt it away.
Wants to bring it back. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Caught close to the marker, it's Epps. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Got it behind the line, it's Epps. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Caught in the backfield, it's Myers. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a 1st down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage.
Man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
The kick is on its way. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
Oh, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. The short hands, it's Brown. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
From the gun, the ground game. At midfield, he's got room. Give him 114 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. The Cardinals will hustle to the line. Motion from the wide receiver. Might as well give it to him again.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run play action. Makes the catch. It's Messer. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Here's the pressure. And the quarterback will. Sack back at the 36.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And the Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. With the catch, it's sticky. And the defense drags him down.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
A little less room to work with now as the ball is at the 28 and it's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free and fourth down is coming up. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. It's good, and that was dead solid proof. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical?
Turning it on! All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable. and come from this one.
38. Western Kentucky, 3.
They go back to work in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Hey, winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Nowhere close on that one. He got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And the Hilltoppers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Quick catch on 3rd down. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on 3rd down and try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
Handoff to the single back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They'll leave it with him. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs. And he to the 41.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
To the air, it's Morris. It's complete. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Sends it back in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
At the 42-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down, now back to the line. Trying play action. That's caught. It's Brown. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
The give to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Cardinals in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Golden. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
They think there's room to run to the right here. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
In situations like this, offensively, when you got the lead in the fourth quarter, when you got to run the ball, you go back to the runs that you have the most confidence in, that you can execute in your sleep, and they do it right there, ripping off 7 yards.
Looking to throw, it's Morris. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Not sure exactly what led to that, whether the protection wasn't right or the quarterback just didn't see it, but the result was a negative play and a sack.
But one thing I do know is that quarterback had no chance to get that ball downfield. That pocket was breaking down, and it was breaking down quickly. There were just too many bodies in that backfield for the QB to make anything happen.
How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
The Hilltoppers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Hilltoppers send out the punt unit. Looks it in at the 40. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. They want that clock to run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
The lone back's got it. There he goes. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.